So what we're looking at today are the prefixes. So these are where you actually know all the word, but this is just a prefix that's added onto a root word. So it seems that it's a lot, but it's just an easier way of doing things when we run the words together. So the first one is a you do. So instead of going you in do, using that little vowel for you, if we just do you do, it becomes under. Now the idea of doing this is, you know how hard it is when you have to write something that begins with a vowel. You've got to think A, N, O, U. So if we can do away with that, with a prefix, it just makes it easier in the long run. So instead of you and do, we just do a you do, and that gives us undo as a prefix. So what does this say, do you think? Understand. Okay, what about that one? Underhand. Okay, this one is self. Now remember, we're already using that as a word ending, because what does this one say?
Yourself.
Right, and myself and himself. Okay, so we're using the self here where we're going upwards as a word ending. We can also use that as a word beginning, just SL. Anything that means we don't have to write the F is great. Okay, so we've got self. What would this one be? Self-conscious, right. What about this one? Self, it's a short form. I is self-important, all right? And if I've got a self with just a SH, think of what that is. Selfish, well done, okay? Much better than doing that F, which makes it easy. Okay, trans. Now trans, we're missing out the N. Remember, mostly we miss out the N, so that gives us a trans. What would this say? Transport. If I doubled it, what would it say? Transporter. All right, the next one is transfer. If I added this, what would it be? Transferred. So you know most of the words. This one? Transistor. Transistor. So TRS is your trans. It can be disjoint or joint, it doesn't matter. So that's your trans. Okay, what does this say on its own as a short form, the little O? Of. But it also is over. So of, you have a space. If it's not a space and it's just over a word, it stands for over. So much better than going OVR. Much easier. So what's this one? Overcome or overcame. This one? Overlook, good. Overseas, well done. All right, overseas. And a play on words? All over the world. With an E, an I, and an INS. So for ink, ENC, INC, or INS, again, we're leaving out that N. So just an IC becomes ENC. So this would be ENC, encourage. Good, encourage. If I did this, what would it be? Encouragement. So you're never going to have to write ENC. It's just the little E, miss out the N and the C. What about this one? Incur. All right, incur. Right, INC, the same thing. We don't have an INC either. No N, so just the IC. What's that? Inclined. Good, inclined. And this one is include. Put another D on, we get included. Right. So those again are good ones because you're not writing that N. The last one is INS. So again, just IS is INS, but remember just as a prefix, so not on its own. So we get here instruction. Good. Instruction. This one is instrument.